I've just started reading Dream Big, the book recently released about your new Brazilian partners, and I'm really enjoying it. Their track records are unbelievable, and as a longtime Berkshire shareholder, I'm delighted that you've partnered with them and hope that Heinz is the first of many elephants that you bag together.
Can I interrupt you just for 1 second, Whitney? I appreciate that sentiment. And that book is available in... I should have mentioned it earlier. The book was written in Portuguese, and it was a bestseller in Brazil for the last year. But it just got translated very, very, very recently, and it is available at the Bookworm. So, Whitney, you can go on from there, but I did want to mention it's available.
Why would you assume that all of our shareholders are Portuguese?
I'll also mention that it is only available on Amazon via Kindle. The only hard copies in the world in English that I'm aware of are available downstairs, so that will create quite a run on the book, I think.
We will raise the price.
Yes. So I have two questions related to this. First, I know you've known these gentlemen probably for a couple decades, and I'd love to hear your observations on what's their secret sauce. It's got to be more than zero-based budgeting, which we all hear about. What are the key things they do that produces such extraordinary returns? And secondly, when I look at some of the biggest, best deals that you've done in recent years, important factors seem to be your longtime personal relationships, for example, with Jorge Paulo Lemann in the Heinz deal, or your brand name. The Warren Buffett stamp of approval mattered a lot to some of the deals you did with, for example, Goldman or GE during the financial crisis. And I just wonder what your thoughts are on whether your successors will have the same opportunities to do wonderful deals like this.
It will become the Berkshire brand. I mean, the first year or so people will wonder about it, but the person that follows me will bring the same qualities, including the ability to write a very big check, but other things besides that. And it will be a Berkshire brand that may have started with me, but that will continue. Going on to our Brazilian friends, they're very smart, they're very focused, they're very hardworking and determined. They're never satisfied, and as I said earlier, when you make a deal with them, you've made a deal with them. They don't overreach. They don't overpromise. They've got a lot of good qualities. And if you read the book, I think you probably learn a lot more about the qualities that made them what they are. But we are very fortunate to be associated with them. And we're very fortunate to be associated with a number of the managers that have joined us too. We want to be a good partner ourselves because it attracts good partners, and that is a reputation that Berkshire deserves. I mean, Charlie and I do our part toward keeping that reputation intact, but that takes a lot of other people also behaving in a way that causes people to want to join them, causes people to want to trust them, and that will be part of a Berkshire brand. Charlie?
Yeah, I always say the way to get a good spouse is to deserve one, and the way to get a good partner.
What's your second way?
And the other, well, but to get a good partner, you deserve a good partner. It's an old-fashioned way of getting ahead, and the interesting about it is it still works in these modern times. Nothing changes if you just behave yourself correctly. It's amazing how well it works.
Do you have any further thoughts on the Brazilians?
On what?
On the success of Jorge Paulo and his associates beyond what I've laid out.
Well, you can't skirt the fact that they're very good at removing unnecessary costs.
Sure.
And I do not consider that in any way immoral or wrong or something.
No,
I think removing unnecessary costs is a service to civilization. And I think it should be done with some, what do I call it, mercy, really.
Sensitivity.
Sensitivity, but I don't think it's good for our system to have a lot of make work and what have you.
If it was, we'd love government, right?
Yeah. And so, generally speaking, I think they're an interesting example to all of us.
Yeah, we're learning from them.
Everybody is.
Okay.
Some reluctantly.